The Marvel Cinematic Universe is taking a darker turn with its upcoming film Thunderbolts, and fans are buzzing with excitement after the first trailer dropped. This isn't your typical superhero team. This is Marvel's answer to the anti-hero craze, bringing together some of the most complex and morally gray characters from across the MCU. From Bucky Barnes to Yelena Belova, the Red Guardian, Taskmaster, and even U.S. Agent, this team is stacked with characters who walk the fine line between hero and villain. But what does this trailer reveal about the tone and direction of the movie? Is this Marvel's version of the Suicide Squad? Or is there something more going on beneath the surface? In this video, we'll break down every key moment from the Thunderbolts trailer, from the introduction of the team to the possible villains and mission ahead. Along the way, we'll uncover hidden Easter eggs, connections to previous MCU stories, and clues about how Thunderbolts might shake up the Marvel Universe as we know it. So whether you're a die-hard fan of the comics, or just excited to see what this new team brings to the table, stick around as we dive into the world of the Thunderbolts. Introduction to the Thunderbolts. The trailer wastes no time in introducing us to the lineup of the Thunderbolts, a team filled with familiar faces from previous MCU films and shows. First up, we see Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, who looks like he's stepping into a leadership role. His history of walking the line between hero and villain makes him a perfect fit for the team, and his presence hints that there might be a need for someone with experience in balancing darkness and redemption. Next, there's Yelena Belova, played by Florence Pugh, the new Black Widow. Yelena brings her deadly skill set and sarcastic attitude to the team, where she has quickly become a fan favorite, and her dynamic with the rest of the team, especially Bucky, could be one of the highlights of the movie. The trailer gives us a glimpse of her in action, and it looks like she is continuing the legacy of her sister Natasha while carving her own path. We also see Red Guardian, played by David Harbour, as a tough and larger-than-life character as normal. His character brings a touch of humor to the group, but there's a seriousness behind the surface, especially when you realize his history with the Soviet Union and Taskmaster. Taskmaster also returns, now potentially on the Thunderbolt side. Her ability to mimic the fight styles of all of her opponents make her an asset in combat, and the trailer hints that her character might have a deeper arc, potentially breaking free from her programming or gaining new independence. Finally, U.S. Agent, played by Wyatt Russell, is back, still struggling with his desire to do good while facing his darker instincts. He's one of the most complex characters, and his redemption arc could play a central role in the film. The villain and plot hints. As the trailer unfolds, we get hints about the team's mission and the possible villains they'll be facing. Unlike the traditional superhero team, the Thunderbolts operate in morally gray areas, and this trailer suggests that they're sent on missions no one else can handle. But what is their goal, and who's pulling the strings? One of the big questions from the trailer is, who's the main villain? While the exact identity remains a mystery, there are a few clues that could suggest a shadowy organization or a government force that could be manipulating the team. The presence of Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, is a major hint. She's been slowly assembling the Thunderbolts across various films and MCU shows, most notably recruiting John Walker at the end of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and giving Yelena Belova jobs, including trying to kill Clint Barton. Her role could be similar to Nick Fury's, but with a much darker agenda. There's also speculation that Baron Zemo, played by Daniel Bruhl, could be involved. He played a huge role in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and is typically a member of the team in the comics, and it's surprising he has been left out so far. His manipulation skills and deep knowledge of these characters makes him a potential puppet master of the whole movie. The trailer shows glimpses of what looks like Zemo's mask, further fueling fan theories that he might be either an antagonist or an unlikely ally to our heroes. Zemo's cunning, combined with his hatred of superheroes, makes him a prime candidate for someone who might want to control the Thunderbolts for his own purposes. The trailer also hints at the team's mission. Unlike the Avengers, the Thunderbolts aren't about saving the world, they're more likely dealing with morally ambiguous tasks. There's a quick shot of the team infiltrating what appears to be a high-security facility, with explosions and chaos all around. This could suggest a covert mission, potentially to eliminate a threat or retrieve something powerful. The fact they're not the usual good guys means this mission could involve eliminating targets that would be considered too controversial or unethical for other heroes. Another key is a darker tone. The trailer shows gritty fight scenes and explosions, and moments of tension between the team members. The Thunderbolts mission seems morally murky, and it's clear that internal conflict could play a big role in the film. Unlike other Marvel teams, the Thunderbolts seem less interested in doing what's right and more focused on getting the job done, no matter the cost. Also interesting enough, we have a brand new character played by Lewis Pullman who is going by Bob. This is expected to be Sentry from the comics, and he could potentially be a villain and be the reason why our heroes were sent to this facility. Action sequences and Easter eggs. As expected in any Marvel trailer, the action sequences in the Thunderbolts are intense, fast-paced, and packed with energy. This isn't a team of superheroes who fight to protect the innocent. They fight to survive, and the trailer highlights that gritty street-level style. The first action sequence we see involves the team infiltrating what looks like a high-tech facility or prison. The fight choreography feels grounded and brutal, with a focus on hand-to-hand combat and tactical maneuvers. Yelena Belova also shines in the action scenes. The trailer shows her going toe-to-toe with armed guards, using her signature agility and deadly precision. There's a shot of her using a grappling hook, a nod to the Black Widow skills she inherited from Natasha, and fans will appreciate this connection to her past. She brings a ferocity that's balanced with her dark sense of humor, making her a standout in every fight scene. Another notable action moment involves U.S. Agent. In the trailer, we see John Walker wielding his iconic shield again, this time in what appears to be a classic urban environment. His fighting style is more aggressive, reflecting the darker side of his character. Walker seems more driven by personal vengeance, and the trailer hints at a potential conflict between him and the rest of the team. This suggests that Walker's unpredictable nature could be a wild card, either pushing the team forward or causing internal division. Now let's talk about Easter eggs. One of the biggest Easter eggs is a shot of Zemo's mask hidden in the background of one scene. This subtle nod suggests that Baron Zemo could be lurking in the shadows, pulling the strings behind the scenes. Given his history with these characters, especially Bucky, it wouldn't be surprising if Zemo shows up and tries to manipulate the Thunderbolts for his own agenda. There's also rumors that Val may have been the one who bought Avengers Tower, and when all of our characters were in an elevator, it's rumored that they're in Avengers Tower. There's a quick glimpse of a mysterious briefcase, a classic Marvel trope that could hold something crucial to the plot. Fans are already speculating that it could contain anything from the super soldier serum to some form of dangerous tech, hinting at a larger conspiracy within the MCU. The trailer for Thunderbolts set the stage for one of Marvel's most intriguing and complex teams yet. This isn't your typical superhero ensemble. It's a group of anti-heroes and former villains, each with their own dark pasts and questionable motives. The trailer highlights the tension between them, the gritty action sequences, and the morally ambiguous mission they're tasked with. It's clear that the Thunderbolts will explore a darker side of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, diving into themes of redemption, manipulation, and survival. The return of familiar faces like Bucky Barnes, Yelena Belova, and John Walker adds depth to the narrative as these characters wrestle with their inner demons. But the biggest question still looming, who is exactly pulling the strings? Whether it's Valentina, Zemo, or some other hidden force, the trailer hints that this mission is just the beginning of something much bigger in the MCU. With action-packed sequences, intense character dynamics, and plenty of Easter eggs for die-hard fans, Thunderbolts is shaping up to be one of the most highly anticipated Marvel films in years. Be sure to keep an eye out for more updates as we get closer to release. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below on what you're most excited to see in Thunderbolts. Who do you think will cause the most chaos on this team? Have a great day.